This is part two of my video, and Ileana Dore was assaulted, and she's trans and she's black, and this happened 2 days ago, technically 3 days ago, being that today is June the 5th, and this is my last video for tonight. So, this young lady is trans. So, transgender females is females that are going to be females that were once males. I get that shit confused. That's why I call them the Alphabet Squad. I'm sorry. If that offends you, I'm really sorry. I don't think that it is fair for her to be beaten up over a fender bender. I have not seen the video, nor do I care to watch that because it's not like it's bum fights and it's not like it's girl fights, but it's a mob of people beating on one person, according to what I just read in the other video. And you guys can go find the video. I give you the link or the description. I give you the description or where to go on one of these damn things of a couple of other videos. But the problem we have here is that I made a video of some transgender murdering that happened in Puerto Rico. Alright? I'm an advocate for everybody. Alright? I don't give a crap if you're black, white, Asian. I don't give a damn if you're not in the Alphabet Squad or if you're in the Alphabet Squad. If something is wrong, I'm going to call it out. It's just that simple. If something is wrong, I'm going to call it out because it needs to be called out. And we tend to turn the other cheek on shit that's not important. Yeah, we lost a human being this week where a person who was an officer of the law put his knee in the guy's neck and killed him. This black on black crime, it is a thing. And when Black Lives Matter don't also support that according to some people, I don't know. I don't participate in none of these protests because here's the thing. My ancestors were Native American as well as black. If you weigh the pros and cons on who got treated the worst, I would pretty much say that blacks had it pretty goddamn bad and still have it pretty bad. But Native Americans, and I'm sorry, I'm going to piss off a lot of black people, and I don't care because I'm going to tell the truth. You know, a lot of black people were not captured like in Roots, all right? A lot of black people don't know this about American history. A lot of black people were sold into slavery by bigger chiefs and bigger tribes. They said, well, we don't like that tribe, but we want their land. So we're going to take their land, but we're going to offer you to these European people. They're going to chain these bastards up on boats and take them the hell out of here. And that's what happened. And then what you also don't know is that blacks also had slaves. So history is full of mysteries. Trust me on that. But Native Americans, who also had slaves, you know, I'm going to call it right down the line. And there were white slaves too, just in case you guys don't know that. Indentured servants is the white equivalent of slavery. And they were treated just as bad as black slaves. They were also raped and had to have babies that weren't supposed to exist, but they do. And Native Americans also had slaves in the tribes and out of the tribes because tribes that were wiped out was assimilated, and the people who were assimilated were not treated very lovely, but they became members of the tribe. Eventually, when the Europeans came, and the Europeans decided, hey, you're going to live on that piece of shit land right there, and if you come off, we're going to scalp you. Yes, I'm pretty sure you're thinking that scalping was actually a Native American thing. Not exactly. Some tribes, yes. Some tribes, no. But to put fear into children as a cautionary tale to not be outside past dark is that if the tribal people catch you, they're going to scalp you. Yeah, I'm sure you guys didn't know about that. But anyway, that was like one of the things that happened way back in the days. And these are things that the school books kind of twist around and leave stuff out. Read a book. You know, Native Americans didn't always scalp people. All right? And in some cases, and they've made movies about this, it was false scalping. Let's bring up the Boston Tea Party where they blamed Native Americans for throwing the tea back into the river of Boston when the Native Americans had nothing to do with that shit. It was a bunch of white dudes that dressed up as Native Americans and threw that shit in the water. Boston Tea Party. Google it. Anyway, the fact of the matter in this video is that this young transgender woman probably just barely scratched the bumper of this dude's car. And this dude, and yay so many other people, were doing this while he commits to throwing her a beat down. Here we have a problem. We got a black guy that died with his knee in his back, and we got two black people fighting over a fender bender, while the world is in chaos around them with these Black Lives Matter posts. So, what do we do? Do we not count black transgender people because they're transgender, or because we're being hateful dick bags or douchebag full of dick tips? What are we doing, people? I showed you guys in the other video a picture of Ileana Door. I don't think I can pull that shit back up, but we're gonna try. Okay, I pulled it back up. Whether I get this phone picture to actually work or not is a whole nother ball game, which I can't. So to hell with it. So this is the young lady, and you guys can find this on www.mic.com. So if you want to get all that, you know, and they will give you the links to the videos and stuff like that, and her Instagram and all this other crap. All right, stuff that I'm so stupid and don't know nothing about. But to make the points, you know, if you're gonna protest about Black Lives Matter, Asian Lives Matter, White Lives Matter, all lives matter, and that should carry over into the LBGTQ, aka the Alphabet Squad, as well. Because when I made my video about the murders of transgender women in Puerto Rico, I think only 2 of them was allowed up here on YouTube. So I'm making 2 videos now, and I don't know if you guys are ever going to see them, but if you do, you know, it's a simple fact, you know. If you're out here smashing up shit, you're not part of the Black Lives Matter movement. I made another video earlier about the young lady telling us that Black Lives Matters don't go into black neighborhoods. I don't have proof that they do. I don't have proof that they don't. So she might be halfway right and she might not. But her delivery sucked. I also definitely said where y'all can find that. But the thing about that is, you know, life is short. Live your life for you. For those who actually get the chance to live their lives. I didn't get a chance to live my life, so I'm living it now as best I can. And the reason was that because of family's lack of responsibility and inability to do the right thing versus do what the hell you want, which will be my bonus video after I'm done with this. We as people have to understand, you have the right to live. Let me drop some things that you don't have the right to do. First damn thing you don't have the right to do is tell someone how they're supposed to live their life. You don't have that right. You're not God. The second damn thing you don't have the right to do is blame someone for how they live their life. Because again, here's 2 things that you can't change. You don't get this option, and you need to know this. The first option you don't get is your race. Whatever family you're born into, that's where you're born into. You don't get a say at who your parents are going to be. You don't get a say at your parents' financial or social status. You don't get that say. The only say you get is your financials and your social status, which is why most people dream big and try to get the big job so that they don't be broke, because being poor is not a joke and it sucks. And no one wants to be the poor kid at school who doesn't get to eat, who doesn't get to bathe all the damn time. The kid that may smell good one day and then can't bathe for 2 days and stinks like shit the next. You don't want to be that. You don't get a choice on your gender. You could have been born a girl and things could have worked out for you. You could have been born a boy and things didn't work out for you, and you're a girl's brain in a boy's body. This is how these things work. Gender dysmorphia is a biological disease. They have proven that. So to attack a transgender person for having gender dysmorphia, I'm probably not saying that shit right at all. That's kind of ignorant on your behalf. You know, because not everybody is like everybody else. Everybody's unique in their own way. And people in the LBGT community, or the Alphabet Squad as I prefer to them as, they're unique in their own way. And by the way, this is not hate speech. This is just straight facts. I just showed you the article of the young transgender person getting beat up. I read the article in the first video. The problem with this is really quite simple. Humanity has issues, and until we address all of them, not just the race, but the gender, the alphabet squad, every issue that we have on the planet globally needs to be addressed. And no one wants to do that. So, this is Comfort Having number 2. Be seeing